Hello again, and welcome to our latest sound, J, like we can hear at the beginning of that jar of jam. Our first word is jam. Let's think about the sounds we can hear. J, a, jam. Let's write it, thinking about our new letter. J is the letter J. A, we'll need the letter A. And we need the letter M. Jam. How about the word jab? J, a, b. Jab. J, I need J, A, and B. And another word with a very similar meaning, some of the time, jag. J, a, g. Jag. Ch will be the letter J again. A, and G will be the letter G. Sometimes this word can mean the make of a car, and sometimes it means having an injection. So it's a word that may be used in 3 different ways. Jan, the name Jan. J, a, n, Jan. J will need a capital J at the beginning. A, we need the letter A, and N, we need the letter N. And our very last word on this screen is jar. J, a, r. And the really helps us to work out which letter we use for ah, because the rs change the sound a bit. So, J will be J again, and R is A, R, with the letter R when we're sounding it in a word, letting us know that when we hear R, we need an A. Job. J, O, B. J, I need the letter J. O, I need an O. B, I need the letter B. So we have changed the vowel sound from A to O. I wonder what our other words are going to be. How about jot? When you're going to write something down, like writing in a jotter, but just jot for now. J, O, T. J will be J, O will be O, and T will be the letter T. And we'll dot and cross them when we've finished writing the word. Jog. J, O, G. I need the letter J again. O. And then the G. So I needed an O and a G for those sounds. And we have another name, spelt like the first syllable in Jonathan. John. J, O, N. And well done. We do need a capital J. Then we can hear O. We write the letter O, and when we hear N, and our tongue is just behind our teeth, we know to write the letter N. Another name coming up, Josh. J, O, sh. Well, J will be J again, and a capital J because it's a name. And then it follows with the letter O because we could hear O. But sh will need 2 letters for that one sound. Josh. First word, jug. We've changed the vowel again. J, A, G. Jug. J will be J, A, the letter U, G. We need the letter G. Jut. When something's sticking out a bit, you might say it juts out. Jut. J, A, T. J will be J, A will be U, T will be T. And then we'll do the dotting and the crossing. But this is a word that we might add suffix S to. If it juts out, we then have an extra sound, J, A, T, S. And when we write it, we will need an extra letter for that suffix S. And what about if we had more than one jug? It's a different reason this time, but if we're writing about more than one, we use the same suffix as when we're writing about an action that somebody, or in this case something, does. Jugs. J, A, G, S. Jugs. So we write our starter word, jug, and then we add suffix S again for more than one. And our last word on this screen is jump. J, A, M, P. We need a J again at the beginning. A is U, M is M, and P is P. Now we have done quite a lot of words so far, so if you would like to have a break, that is absolutely fine. Take a note of the time and come back to me when you're ready for more words with J. Let's have a think about adding the suffixes that we have covered so far. We have suffix S, suffix ED, that has 3 different sounds to listen for: id, d, and t. But we always write it the same way: ing and er. Those are the suffixes. And the rules: do I change es for s? Do I just add? Or do I double the last consonant in the starter word? We've already covered the word jump, so let's have a think about jumps. And we add suffix s. Jumps. Just add jumped. He jumped over the ball. We start with jump. That was our starter word. And jumped, yes, suffix ed. We have just added, because the M and the P are keeping that sound safe. Jumper. He is a jumper. Jump, written in the same way. And then ER. Now, you are quite right if you're thinking that there is another meaning. But right at the moment, we're thinking about suffix ER, and it was just add, because the M and the P are still doing there, keeping the sound as The other meaning, if you've put on a jumper because you're a bit cold, but that doesn't have suffix ER. It is simply a word that ends in ER. What about jumping? Different suffix, but again we just add, because we know that that vowel sound is being kept quite safe. Our next starter word is jog. Jog. Let's first of all write the word jogged. He jogged in the park. We have our starter word, and we double it so that the we can hear in jog stays. It doesn't get changed because we remembered to double the G. What about jogging? Will it be the same? Here's our starter word, and yes, it is the same. We need to double that G to keep the vowel sound short. Next word we've got is jogger. I can see a jogger in the park. Starter word jog, and we double it again. Jogger. Now, in case you were wondering whether or not we are going to use the change from suffix s to suffix es, I have 2 words for you. The first is go. So you may know it well. You may like to use the letter names and finger spelling to remind yourself. You may like to use the first sound spelling phrase of go on for our first word, go. So we have a G and an O. Now, if I go to the shop, I say the word go. But if my friend goes to the shop, I say a different word. Did you spot it? I said goes. We're used to adding suffix s for an action that somebody or something else does, but now we are adding es. Goes. So we start with go and we add suffix es. We change from using s to es because go ends in an o. Now, most of the words that end in an o follow this example, like potatoes and tomatoes. But sometimes you will come across a word that doesn't. These two, however, definitely do. And our next word is do. You maybe learned it by do origami. You maybe use letter names and finger spelling. Do. I do origami. My friend does origami, but instead of suffix s, we add suffix es. Does. We change because of that o at the end of the word. Great work. Now it's time to get the letters out. We have included the letter J in our alphabet. And our first word is jag. Which letter will we need? J. I need the letter J. A. I need the A. G. I need the G. Jag. Let's change it to jug. We'll put the A away and get the letter U. Jug. And now I think we're going to change it to jog. So let's put the U away, get the letter O. Jag, jug, jog, just like the vowel letters we covered in our words. Did you see that? The E and the I are not very happy. Why aren't you using us, they say. And that is because when we have the letter J, we use it for the sound J. But there is another letter that is also said as J if it is followed by an E or an I. We have been practicing words where J is followed by A, O, or A. And we'll come on to the words that use a different letter a bit later on. There are, of course, some exceptions to the rule, and we used 2 of them in our strategy word check-up. So let's think about the name Jen. We need J, and it is written with a J, a capital, because it's a name. And N. Jen. Short for Jennifer, usually. Jen. And it is written with a J. But there is another one. So we'll put those letters back. And if we're writing the word Jim, short for James, we need I. Yeah, we need the letter I, and we need the letter M. I think it would be fun if you carried on the lesson for yourself. You can put these words back and then see which other words you can think of, either beginning with the letter J or words that rhyme. Jog. I could put the J away and get the F for fog, or the D for dog. You see which sets of rhyming words you can think of, or maybe you would like to practice some of the words you have been writing. Thank you for joining me.